I'm still not seeing it, Frank.
Hey guys, we are live on YouTube. You heard Brad. I think you heard Brad. He's not seeing it, so he's gonna complain for about 5 minutes until the stream goes live to him saying it's not working, it's not working. But don't worry, it's gonna work at the end. He's gonna see what's going on. So let's go see who's there and who's with us right now. Uh, Remove spotlight. Here we go. We have KBRC 13. Nate is with us tonight. Hey, Nate, and Kurtz RC and Brad Kalman. And in the chat, we have Radioactive Scale RC and also SC Redneck RC. How you doing?
What's up, Redneck? Dwayne?
There you
go. Keith, now's the time to say what you
Oh.
just said when we're offline.
Yeah, thanks for the sub, Redneck.
There we go. So there's a couple new things that came out this week. Well, throughout the week, there's some stuff that came out. And we're going to talk about some of those stuff. And I want to talk about that new radio also that Spektrum came out. That's my feeling on that radio.
Radioactive?
I think it's a joke. Myself, that not a joke, but I think they're late to the market and way overpriced, but we'll talk about it later. And I'll get your feeling on you guys later. Radioactive RC says an overpriced Spektrum. I think so too. I think it's, well, talk about it a little bit now, but I want to talk about it. No, I'll talk about it later when we have more people in the chat and on the video. So real quick, let's talk about what's going on with the people here in the video. So KBRC 13, what's going on with you? What did you do this week? What are your plans for this weekend?
I'm just building this thing, and that's about it. The tow truck
used to be a pristine body that you got from
used to be real nice, but yeah, now it's all rusted out.
You're giving it your personal touch.
Yeah. This was Sean's, and then it went to Kurt, and now it's at my house.
Cool. Brad, what have you been doing?
I just did a video on my grasshopper. It actually got good. People liked watching it do its dust string, even though it's not one of the fastest 10th scales I have, but it's still fast enough to kick up the rooster
tail, right?
Yeah, and make a big barrel billowing dust when it does 360s.
You know, dust is not good for your transmission and your bearings and your RCs.
Yeah, it's about as bad as mud, right, Tank?
It's almost as bad as humidity.
Well, we can't help humidity, except for we run through things like Keith.
Because it's really humid here.
Nate, what have you been doing? And what's going on this weekend, or what do you have plans?
This weekend, I got to do an oil change, but I'll probably run something in the backyard. I've been working on my VQS, and I'm working on a King Blackfoot. I'm rebuilding the front suspension because it's a lot.
Cool.
But the VQS, I kind of brought it back because I saw some vintage off-road racing stuff on YouTube, and one of the guys was running one of these.
Thanks to me.
And one of the biggest issues with it is the way it sits when it's out of the box is really high.
Okay.
So I did some work to lower the suspension, and it's got a nice stance now as compared to the way it was.
That's an interesting buggy.
Pick that up and show it to me a little better.
Not sure I've ever seen that one.
Well, that's neat.
I showed it to you when it first came back out.
That's kind of cool.
That's a Tamiya.
Yeah,
it's Tamiya. It's based on the Avanti platform.
Okay.
That was that's
longer wheelbase.
It is a longer wheelbase. Like it's actually based more on the what's the other one, Brad? Egress.
Egress.
Does the battery
It's a
go
cheaper
right in the middle?
It was a cheaper egress.
Goes in the bottom. It's
Goes
a
on the
plastic. It's so
bottom?
the reason that this buggy is interesting for vintage racing because you can run it in the class that the lowest class. It's kind of like the highest end that you can put in the lower class because it has a plastic chassis. So it's a plastic chassis class. And you won't have to compete against like much more capable vehicles like the Yokomo IZ10 or something.
I had a VQS. I have a brushless system in it.
I like
Faster
that. It
than my
looks like a
super hot shot.
spaceship.
Yeah, it's the future. It's a futuristic fantasy buggy.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like cab forward design, which I don't like, but that one looks okay.
Yeah, I know. It's funny when you look back at the old Tamiya stuff with the cab forward.
Yeah.
And I don't generally like the newer cab forward stuff either, frankly.
And Kurt, what have you been doing, and do you have any plans this weekend?
Just been working a lot. I've been playing with that new Synchro 4 from Team Corrali.
Okay.
You like it?
Been running that. Yeah, that thing's a blast.
It's a
I just put
3S
a
system only.
4S.
Oh, it's a 4S? I think that's a
Yeah. It's put a 17 tooth pinion in it, and I
Yes.
haven't ran it yet. I'm waiting to see what speeds I can get with it at that.
Cool.
So that's all I'll be doing this weekend is running that.
Cool. And we also have Matt Harris with us. Matt, are you there?
Yes, I am.
What have you been up to this week, and what are you doing this weekend?
This week I haven't been up to much because I've been on vacation, so I haven't really done a whole lot.
Okay.
Other than I ordered an SCX24 part, the new torque
Okay.
servo,
All right.
it's the new one that it doesn't have the ears and it has the servo mount built into it.
Direct fit. Yeah.
Yeah, the direct fit one for, let's see, I think it's 200 some inches of
Okay.
torque at 8.4. So I got one of those coming. It should be here Monday, so we'll see if that works out because I've got an NSDRC that I was working on and I got clearance issues because of the wires out the side.
We have a blast from the past. Somebody in the chat, RC Basher Boy.
Yep. Gabe's
Oh,
here.
Basher boy.
Cool, Matt.
Basher
I
boy.
hope you have a lot of fun this weekend. Jem's Hobby, what have you been up to, and what are you doing this weekend?
Well, not too much, just been working, but we got a comp Sunday. Getting stuff ready for that and just messing around with trucks.
Cool. I'm
Not too much.
actually getting ready also for comp. And what else are you doing other than the comp, or which truck are you bringing, or what kind of comp is it?
It's a class 2 in the driver's class, so I'm taking my BRD carbon and then my TGH hog chassis.
Cool.
So should be fun.
People in the chat, write down what you're doing this weekend or what you've been up to. It'd be cool. I know RC Basher Boy has actually written down a couple things about his thought, and also Redneck also on the Spektrum, which we'll talk in a bit. I'm
How about you?
I'm actually hosting an event this weekend with a person that I know, an acquaintance. I never met the guy in real life, but he does live on a reserve, an Indian reserve. We're going there to his place, and it's a 2-day event, so people are going to be camping there. I'm helping set up the event and run the event with him because he's never run it. We are going to do a comp. I did find some rules. We're going to go by those rules.
Maybe you could bump into what's his
Sorka.
face?
No, it's not Sorka. It's like a Sorka light. So we are gonna
Recon.
on Saturday, it's gonna be his event, and on Sunday morning we're doing my event, which I call Beat the Clock. So we're actually gonna have 2 bigger events, and we did get some local hobby store to sponsor some prizes, and those are all going to be door prizes. So it should be interesting. And but for winning to beat the clock, I've done little plaques. They're wood, but they're actually, you get this. So if you win first place, you
Pretty
see the
cool,
tank
Ty.
RC and quarters RC.
That's some
So
nice painting. You painted all that?
it's called having a printer.
Oh,
Hey,
printer.
Joe.
Okay.
Ah,
I'm like,
And
man, that's some
for
damn good freehand, man.
for his comp, I got this. So first, second, and third. So it's Cooters RC RS, and we're calling it the Crawlers Jamboree. We're going to try to do this every year with him. So maybe twice a year, I don't know. But I'm also going to host a show and shine over there. And I kind of screwed up when I did my plaque, but for the show and shine, I'm giving these plaques. So first and third, and I printed 2/3. So I got 2/3, but I'm going to print another one tomorrow.
You got
So I
2/3.
did 3.5. So we are going to have a fourth place, but I called it 3.5. But
Oh.
that's for the show and shine. Like you can tell here, that's written show and shine, number 1. I decided, just to be an ass, to give a poop award.
I've seen that on Facebook.
So it's going to be a poop award for the worst car that's going to be there. I know that Cooters has a son or family there. I'm going to get them to pick the one that looks the worst out of the gang.
Keith
And
would
he's going to
win.
get the poop
Yes,
award.
I should have drove mine up there.
There you go.
So it should be interesting because we're not doing any prizes as per se. Like if you win the comp, it's just you get a badge. We're not giving cash prize or anything. We are giving door prizes and a bunch of stuff. And all the hobby store that did that, where you get a ticket. So everybody has a chance to win. It's not about the driver. It's about the get together and just have fun. That this is the kind of event I want to do with him, which should be fun.
Hey, think Lyle will be there? It is on a reservation.
I have no idea if he's going to be there.
Yeah, as soon
So
as
is
you said
that-
it, reservation, I'm like, oh, like at Lyle's place?
It's a different reservation
So are those-
where
Yeah,
he
they
is.
probably have all kinds of different ones up there, right?
Truck Tech Joe, how you doing?
Not too bad. Yourself?
I asked everybody when they got here, what have you been up to and what are you doing this weekend?
A lot of work. Anchoring with the Vanquish Phoenix straight axle that I won from Operation Charlie that I got on the background. In the process of putting a light kit on it and winch and servos for the shifting. So I get pick up the servos this weekend, and then also picked up the H10 optic. So I just been kind of playing with it around the house a little bit. So
Cool.
RC Basher Boy says, I want to build my RC10 from Team Associated. So I guess he got a kit and he wants to build that. Cool.
Dan's
So you also have a
RC,
10
what's
T2?
happening?
He's got a 10 T2 getting to a 10 T2 or an RC 10T. I'm sorry.
Not sure.
You know what's nice about that kit is it has a stealth transmission instead of the old one.
Yeah, that's on the T.
So that came out in the RC10T, the stealth. Is that what you're saying, Brad?
See, my dad had an RC10 back in the day that had the stealth transmission and the metal dog bones. It was a gold pan.
Yeah. Yeah, they did make them, but later on.
I had a B3. I wish I still
Later
had
on.
it. Had a gorgeous paint job on it.
Go on the floor.
I had one with a stealth. It was like a championship edition.
Not sure if you remember, I built my
Lexi.
comp truck with I built my comp truck with the chassis, the Predator from UGRC, and I actually put this body on it. Not sure if you guys remember that with the motor that sticked out.
Yes.
Yeah.
It looked cool, but man, this body got hung up everywhere because it's just too friggin' wide. So it just got hung up, and I kept on rubbing on the rocks like crazy. It went through, the cab came off, and I kept putting it on. So I was looking for something else. I had a body, and I did something with it, and I like how it turned out. So this is what it looks like now. So this is the UGRC, and the back was all cut up. So I actually put this on there.
The old
Oh,
Betty body, the original.
Yeah. So did put a piece of styrene there to help the back a little bit, but here it's all empty. The air goes through. So which is nice, because if I do dump it in the water, it should not turtle, because usually when it turtles is because there's too much air and it kind of floats a little bit and then it flips over.
What is that in
so,
the back tank?
It's the material that you put
Potato?
around trees.
Oh,
Looks
tree
like-
material. Okay.
Yeah,
Looks,
Yeah.
looks like burlap.
yeah, burlap.
Yeah,
That's exactly
Burlap. That's
burlap.
what I was thinking. Yeah, I couldn't think of the name of it.
So I had a piece, so I went and I got this, and I put Keith's favorite stuff, shugu or goop around the
Yep.
edges, and it's all there.
E6000.
That's
And
what I'm
yeah,
doing right now. E6000.
This is set up on droop, so that's how I like it on my comp truck. So I didn't do too many upgrades on here, just got the brass in the front. And
Oh, you got all the brass too on it, huh?
I did
Well, that's
I did love
organic.
that other body.
Hey,
I did love that other body.
I am going to use it. I think I'm going to put it on my slash. It was actually meant for a slash, and I'm going to put it back on the slash. So this
That's
weekend
good.
at the comp, I'm going to be running this. So
I
Looks
guess-
good. Looks real
I
good.
guess my tow truck's on droop.
so it should be interesting. It's going to be fun, and I like how it turned out, especially with the burlap in the back.
You could have put something that stiffened up the burlap if you wanted to like plasticize it.
Yeah,
like
but
what-
Well, you got
I
a
like
piece of
it.
styrene in the bottom of it, right? So that's kind of stiffed.
yeah,
I
it
mean-
did stiffen out the back. I don't know if you can actually see it, but from the bottom, yeah, you see where the white is.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the
Where
bed's all
burlap is?
styrene. The burlap's on the styrene, but
Yeah,
yeah,
and if
it's just
I
like the
actually-
window that's open, right?
I actually put you can see where it ends and where it starts.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you could have
I
made
just
it have
wanna
some kind
know-
of waxy
this is
material
all
on it.
hard. Yeah, but I don't want it to look like plastic. I want it to look like burlap. I want because it's an army truck, and that's what army truck would have put in the back, kind of cover the back of the truck.
A netting,
Yeah.
netting of burlap.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that it looks cool. I like it. I'm probably
Yeah,
gonna
I
put some
like it.
scale
It
accessories.
looks
Mind you,
cool.
we're not doing points for scale accessories. We are
That's a
not.
scale accessory.
Yeah, but we're not running the points for scale. So we're just running the comp for points for if you back up or if you go forward, progress, and all that. So it should be interesting.
What are you doing with my capper,
Hey, Mitch.
Josh?
This is the portal cover, not the straight axle.
Oh, okay.
Look at all that sunlight behind Kirk.
What are you
The
doing with
swapping
that?
wheels.
Truck? Yeah, there's a lot of
Dark
sunlight
here.
where Keith is. Kurt, I mean.
Kirk.
What up? What you do?
Not telling you.
So which one is that one? Did you break any speed record?
The one I spent all night last night working on.
You
Yeah.
ready?
It's not gonna spin down the road no more.
Also, put a run in on that piece of crap.
Uh-oh.
Was that the
The
junk
Rolalo?
Larlo? Is that the junk Larlo?
The junk Larlo.
Why, what's the problem with the Arlarlo?
It likes to fly at 113 miles an hour.
Oh,
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that quite a bit with those cars.
it needs wings.
It has wings.
they
That's the
identify
problem.
as planes.
It had wings. They're broke off now.
Somebody was
again,
drinking
I'm
a
here.
Red Bull.
Let's identify as a plane instead of a car.
Guru, what's up?
Look, Guru.
Hey, John Martin, how you doing?
Not too bad.
Up, John.
Definitely
John.
whack the tree this time.
Now we'll work on our
Whack
way
the
up.
tree.
We'll work on our way up, talk about Spektrum real quick. But right now, let's talk about what I saw, some things that are new. Techno, for the people that are doing racing, they came up with some new techno parts and upgrades for their race cars. I have no idea if they're good or not, but it is the NB48 2X. I found it interesting that they were coming out with some new stuff for their car, which there always are. But some guys were saying, oh, it's almost the same, but it's not. So just for your racers, Techno's coming out with some stuff. And then I saw this thing, Capo. This thing is sweet.
Look at that.
Capo,
Oh, look at that.
with the strangest and weirdest stuff, which is cool.
That's the dashboard.
Yeah. And you get some info about the truck there. You get the speedometer. You also
They
get
all work.
not sure what this is, but half of it is in Chinese or Japanese.
Does that stuff actually change as the car moves?
Yes.
Probably.
Oh, so it has some type of telemetry going on in that little dash.
Capo, yeah, all that stuff works.
Oh,
I bet you that dash is on $200.
And it's probably a metal dash.
I have no idea, but man, that they make the craziest things that I cannot even afford.
Right.
That's very realistic dash.
Yep.
Can't even afford. I like that. That was a good answer.
And
Fair RC has came out with a mod. They basically take their 118 truck and do modification with it. And they've actually taken the pickup truck and did a flatbed with it.
That's a cool.
Keith likes flatbeds.
You guys see the
Oh,
Fair
it's a nice
RC
Dodge.
webpage?
They're all,
is that a
all around
Dodge?
Yeah.
220 too.
I've seen that.
No, it's a Chevy.
Yeah, you're right. It looks like a GMC or something.
Yeah.
There's a
Looks
Looks
Chevy.
like
You'll
the
see the bow tie right there.
K10.
Yeah, that darker one's nice. I know they're both the same thing, but
You like
So
the
it's
black
a-
one better? I do too.
It's
Yeah, I
probably
like
an
the black one
injection
better.
molded
unless you put rust on that. Sorry,
that they
Danny.
put. Yeah, it looks new. And it's not green, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not green.
It could be.
could be
Can be
with
green.
rust.
Why do you like green?
No, I
Well,
don't like green.
No.
You love
No,
green.
Keith, not green with rust. Rust with
So the black
Rust
one,
with green, yes.
the black one with a chrome
Rust with
grill is 209, and the white one, which has a blackout grill and it have a push bar also, is 229.
Oh wow.
They're expensive.
Yes, for 118th, I think they are expensive, but
Yeah,
I
it's
guess it's because
they got
they're
the tires. It's
Yeah.
a lot of little
Yeah,
upgrades
look
they've
at
done
'em.
to it.
Those
Yeah.
are good. Those are good tires, I would assume, right out of the box.
Yeah, because if you look at the stock one like that, it doesn't have those big tires and stuff
no,
like
have
that.
and
that
oh yeah,
Hondas.
it's got good beadlock wheels. Like they got metal beadlock wheels, and I believe it's I think
That's
it's the
nice.
white one that has better wheels because it's more expensive. No, it's the black one.
It's got 5 of them too.
They have
That certainly adds to the
Them
weight
black
unity.
wheels, that one looks better than the white wheels.
Look at the I do like the accessories in the white
But
one.
yeah, the white one has all kinds of accessories.
But I
That's
think
probably
this
But I
why
do
is
like the
way
black
more.
one better.
It
I do
comes
like the
with
black one
this.
better.
That's
It
why it
does not
costs
come with
more.
accessories. This is how it comes with the 5
Yeah,
tires.
With a usable tire.
Yes.
That's
But
why
you could
one's
put your own
229 and
accessories
the other
in
one's 209.
yeah, the accessories,
So
the
that's
30 cents accessories.
That's what I put on my thing. TamayaUSA.com, because of the storm, they were closed during the storm, but they're open now. So the server was down. Then I actually put this, how to cripple an entire generation. You just show them this picture.
Yes,
What
I
is
seen
that?
That was funny, Tank. I laughed.
Free-
That was funny.
They're
That's
missing
the
they're
pedal in the
missing
car.
they're missing the little button on the left-hand side.
Yeah,
down there.
there's a little button. It's probably underneath this pedal.
It could be,
Yeah, it could be.
I think
I
it's too new to have that button.
Maybe.
think so.
Maybe.
Got
I
my
think
fighting
so.
buggy shafts.
Oh yeah, it could be,
Yeah,
little
I
bit
think
too
it's
new.
too new to have
Generation
that
would say,
button.
how do I drive that? I only have 2 feet.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the other thing. They would have all that and then the button on the side, and then that'll really screw with them.
Yeah, right.
Because I
Great
doubt they know what that.
Hobbies,
All
110
of it
Hobbies, and Great Hobbies, 110 Hobbies, and Hobby Hideaway all gave us some prizes for the event this weekend, so it's great.
Yeah.
Thank
High
you.
and low beam.
Exactly. Hemistorm has put all these 3D printed stuff up for grab at his little RC. Well, I guess it's on Night Customs, not on Umagine, they call it. So you can download the whole thing here for $15. You can have all these accessories for the Jeep if ever you guys
$15.
want.
Jeep that he built, nice.
That's not bad.
Castle Creation has released their new ESC, but this is a different one. Hobby Hideaway sponsored. Oh, this is interesting. I find it interesting. If you go to the Red Cat on their main page or on their Facebook, there's a link here for the guess what's next in July, and you can win whatever they're going to have. I don't think you have to guess. Guess it right. You just have to guess to actually participate because they don't care. So here's the rules. Guess what our next vehicle will be. If you guess right, oh yeah, it is. If you guess right, you could win one free. So I guess you have to guess.
Yeah, you have to guess it right.
It's going to be
You
a
could win
crawler
that.
or a trail truck.
So if you go to the website, here's the closing date. The giveaway. So go there, guess as many times as you want. There's no limit, I guess. I've already put one guess. I'll probably go put some other guesses in there, but you could win something for free. So that's kind of interesting. And this is, I think, for me, I'll ask you guys what you guys think about it. I think it's overpriced for the gadgets or the things that this radio can give you. I think Spektrum is like Lamborghini or Porsche or whatever, or Ford GMC. It's a brand that people like, and they'll buy it no matter what they come out with. And it's just like they're rugged. So many people bought some rugged. Some people love it. Some people completely hate it and want to sell it as soon as they had it. So this might be another thing like that.
The problem is how far out that wheel is. You can't one-hand drive that too well.
I thought of that also.
You know,
and wasn't it Spektrum that also had one a while back that was taking forever to load?
Yeah, it was the Pro.
Yeah, there was one that like it had a screen on it and it was taking forever to load.
Yeah, it was like 5-minute load time or something like that.
Yeah, they did put on the video that they fixed that. This one boots up very fast and things like that. I like the fact that you can have it both hands like this, right and left. But for Keith to do that would cost him $600 US.
Yeah, I just turned mine upside down.
Yeah, it's cheaper
free
to do it that way.
Yeah, you could buy nice, ready to run for that price.
Well, plus you got to put in the shipping along with it too. You know, that's a chunk of change for a remote that other remotes have done the same thing.
right?
Yeah,
Or
well, I think
close
the
to.
radio, I think the Radio Master has more features. It could do
And
more
missed,
Oh, yeah, it does. It
for less
does.
money. For less money.
Oh, yeah.
they definitely missed their mark on the price.
I
Yeah.
think
And
so
listen,
too.
How many cars will that? Is that just like the other one they had
250.
like that?
250 cars.
Yeah. Okay.
250
two hundred
cars.
and fifty cars.
God.
I would rather spend $520 and buy the new Noble Pro Plus.
Yeah.
I'd rather, if I had the money, I'd rather buy a whole new ready to run vehicle.
After running the Noble, you're like, yeah, once I had the Noble, I'm like, okay, I'm sticking with the Noble. So,
Yeah.
Right.
I'd rather.
and I don't like
stick with
Spektrum in the first place, so I've never liked
Radio
them.
Master, and just save
Radio
the money.
Masters has
afford
more
something.
features, does more. It's
I've had
And
more
stupid
issues with
question.
the radios than anything.
Why do they sell? It's a 6-channel remote, but it comes with a 5-channel receiver for
Yeah, right.
$700.
Because that's just what Spektrum does. I'm surprised it's a 5-channel and not a 3.
Right?
Exactly.
Boy,
Like, I don't know. It's weird.
I have a feeling it's a good chance it's going to fall flat on its face and start to decrease the price immensely.
Oh
just
no,
because-
there's people gonna buy it, Brad.
Oh, yeah.
There's
They're
Oh,
there's
yeah.
buying the
Voices
Pro
love
and all that.
Spektrum and
Yeah,
will
people
always
buy them
love
because it
Spektrum.
says Spektrum on it.
Yeah.
Like
course.
Tank said.
There's the
Yeah, there's
SR5.
fanboys everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. There's
It
fanboys.
is
Just
a
like,
three
you know-
It is a 3-channel receiver, Tom.
The
Oh, it's
receiver, yes. It's a,
Okay, Keith. Never
so
mind.
you get aux 1, aux 2, and then your aux 3.
Nice. But according to some of the videos I've watched, it's got a lot of tech in it and it's got a lot of stuff, but not for that kind of money.
But you could buy a Radio Master that does more, has more channels, holds up more cars, probably goes longer distance.
Yeah, what's the big draw on this? It's got the memory and it's got the backlit screen.
Is it
And you can
fast?
change
And a
the color.
flashlight.
And left and right,
What's
probably,
the
right?
speed on it? That's probably something too.
It's
And a
pretty fast.
flashlight.
They talked
For-
about, where did I see that? They were talking about it.
For
Yeah, I
racing
heard
and
about that
stuff.
too.
I don't think it was there.
You know, what are they gearing it towards?
Everything, Kurt.
Everything. They actually put it in a video, like it's for everything. It's
Had boats.
I wonder if
research,
it.
boat.
Yeah.
I wonder if it has anything. That for what they did back in the day, they when they brought out a new radio, the one with the the gyro that doesn't have gyro feature in it to work.
that's in a receiver.
It showed a motorcycle, right? It kind of had a motorcycle.
Yeah, that's in the receiver though.
Yeah, that's in there.
Well, I think maybe they're trying to
Will it
update
hook
their
up to one of the
Spektrum
gyro?
line to go with everything that Horizon has now because the
RC
DX
Basher Boy.
Oh, look, green light.
Convenient Wi-Fi Bluetooth, huh?
Green light
RC
switch
Basher
trigger.
Boy a little while ago in the chat says, as a DX6R, and I believe that's the one that had the touchscreen a while back. Owner, this new radio will become obsolete just like the DX6R. It will still
yeah.
crash with unsupported app. That new radio is not Basher Boy approved. He
Every radio gets outdated though, you know.
It does.
You just
RC
keep using
Redneck.
it till it dies.
Right.
SC Redneck said, my thought on the new Spektrum radio are they are trying to copy Radio Master, but fell well short. It's only work with one brand and 28 less channels and cost 5 times more.
In
That's
SC Redneck, just to let you know, they do make a 6-channel. It's the same receiver they use for the Pro Model.
But will it hook up to a gyro system?
And it's $59.
That
Okay,
too,
so
man.
they
All
do
the
make a
receivers are
6-channel, yeah.
expensive.
Yeah,
yes, they
that's
are
a problem.
expensive. And see, with Radio Master, you can hook up to almost all your existing.
Yeah, you can buy a
Whatever
right?
you have.
$5
Whatever
or
you have.
$10 radio or
Uh,
receiver.
Basher Boy says, I would listen to music on my DX6R. I would play Angry Bird. I even tried ordering pizza online. But now all of that became obsolete because Google Play doesn't support it anymore.
Huh.
There you go.
Keith, look at the green strip lights.
Oh, I'm buying it.
Yeah, you can change the color to green.
You can change the lights on the side anyways, but Keith would have it always green.
Enhanced
Yeah.
control programming.
They're not gonna get my money. That's for
But I don't
250
think Keith would
models.
want to pay that kind of money just to have like.
It's so much more than the Radio Master, and the Radio Master does so much more and has much better standard features. It's ridiculous.
Going in the buy box tomorrow.
So it
I mean,
has Bluetooth.
Oh,
so
a
you
deck
can-
cruiser's here. 5.5 ms response time, but only with the Pro Spectrum receiver.
Yeah, you have to buy that race receiver.
Default is
And
11
how much is one of
milliseconds.
those?
Noble is under 3 milliseconds.
I don't even wanna
Senwa's
look
1
that up.
millisecond per top
How
spec.
you don't look at it?
No, that's probably
$90-$100.
yeah, it's probably $100 somewhere
I
around
bet you
there.
the neck cruiser is more than the San. I mean, I bet you this radio is more than the Sanwa. And Sanwas are not cheap.
Probably.
Senwas are a little bit actually less than this.
I bet you Fatava's cheap. But Fatava's cheaper than this.
No way.
Depending on which one.
No way in hell am I gonna buy this radio, not for that price.
No.
Like it's crazy. 700 US is like closer to 950 or 980.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'd much rather have a ready to run for that price.
Crazy.
So 980 Canadian?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, thank you.
Well, it comes with a nice case.
Well, I do
What?
for almost $1,000.
Yeah, it looks like it's 3D printed.
No, it's a phone.
3-channel
just like
micro
the,
race receiver
SMS
with built-in
would be.
antenna,
That's nice.
$99.
But either
Like-
way, I mean,
Like John just said, the price is bad.
Definitely missed a mark.
Yeah.
50% discount. It's interesting.
Yeah, you ain't ever gonna see that.
No.
unless even after everybody who's their fanboy buys it, and then they are the fanboys, and then no one else is buying it. Then it'll pop.
Now, for
Nope.
for touchscreen monitors or touchscreen, there's Radio Link that has theirs, and that's like
right.
350, I think, or something like that, US. In the
It's almost
three-
half as much.
yeah,
Oh,
about
for the big
300.
one, yeah, the 8.
Yeah, the one
The
you
8
don't
channel.
Yeah.
like.
And heck, what's that Radio Master? What is it,
Flash
like
guy, you
100
can get the
100
Noble still with the Noble Plus for
I thought the Radio
250.
Master's going in the low
Yeah.
300s.
The
Was the Radio Master
Noble Pro there, that Noble for whatever. How much is that one? 350?
Noble Pro is what, 5 something, Joe? Or Joe?
Yeah, something like that.
Pro Plus, you can get it right now for $520.
And why would you get a Noble? Is it faster than Noble? Yeah, the Noble is a little faster than the other one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can actually get the Plus, the Noble Plus, and it's what, 250 or something like that.
And
somewhere
Redneck
around there.
says I'd only be interested at half off free.
I don't know if I'd even take it if it was free, to be honest
Net
with you.
Cruiser 50%
Especially when you
discount is
got
interesting.
Especially when I think the Radio Master has far more features right up front, a lot more
Yeah.
ability.
What's the starting price on that? What was it? 200 or something like that, or 100?
And that was in the 2s and the 3s.
For which one?
That Radio Master.
Oh,
The
I
one
have
that
no
Dennis.
idea.
You're muted,
No, I'm just
Josh.
saying. I know it wasn't all that much. It was.
Radio
gonna
Master-
kill
I think it was
129.
Yeah, I was gonna say
129.
I
140
was
or
gonna say it
something
was
like
like, that's
that.
what I thought. That's what I thought. It was like 130, 140 bucks or something like that.
And it does a hell of a lot more.
It does,
So just
but
out of curiosity, how much is that receiver that they're saying that works with? Just curious.
There's
It's
two
$100.
receivers.
Oh,
There's-
the receiver that comes with it?
Yes.
50 bucks.
If you want to buy the same receiver.
No,
To
it's
put in-
75. The
$75
SR,
for the receiver.
the SR 515. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I want to say that's like, I think that's $75.
Just curiosity here.
It's $64.99.
That's
I
like more
would-
expensive than a Futaba receiver.
Yes. I would wait on a DX5 Pro, see on of that are updating that.
And
Gee.
that's the not the problem, but like we have more experience into radios and things like that. But somebody coming in the market, somebody new that goes to the hobby store, and the hobby store sometimes doesn't sell like a Radio Master or won't sell a Radio Link in the store. They sell that. So the store are going to push that to that new person because he doesn't
Yeah.
know better. And that's what kind of pains me a little bit is some not get screwed. They are going to get a good radio, but to me, they're not going to get their money's worth.
Well, that's the same way how the rugged got pushed the way it did.
So it doesn't. I think John
Right.
just said it.
John said what?
That the Spektrum is pricey and the SR units don't have any gyro in them. The ABC even more $100 plus for a 6-channel ABC.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's the bigger one that's the bigger one with the gyro that they got in the Success vehicles.
I want to know if it'll hook up to a gyro from their own system.
Well, yeah, it'll hook up to all their receivers. That's the only,
Yeah.
like you said. Like,
It'll work on all the
That'll be
DSM
the plus.
DSM controllers.
Yeah.
Now,
So you think it has a hookup for the ABC to respond from the radio?
yeah, it does
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
anything smart will work on that new radio, which is cool. That's
All
a
the
cool feature.
batteries, all that. You'll be able to see all that
Telemetry,
stuff.
battery, ESC heat, everything, all the telemetry that battery and that radio will communicate is kind of cool. For a basher or somebody like most of all of us here, we have so many cars, so many things. We don't run that battery in there. We don't run that's like, I don't know how much telemetry you're going to get.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Yeah, but still, though, the telemetry is based off the receiver that you have.
True.
If you go buy the cheapest SR 215 or something like that, the 2-channel, 3-channel receiver, it's not going to have that information.
I'm not
Sure,
sure
it ain't gonna
because on
even
that
be
battery,
used.
there's that little wire, that smart wire. So there is stuff that's transmitted for the battery. That's how it charges, and there's something with that wire. So I don't know what you're saying might be true, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, just like going with the Fly Sky,
Yeah.
or for the Noble stuff, you have to have the right receiver to do all the, what do they call it, the ICB.
So you plug all
Ports.
that stuff in, right? Yeah.
Well, it's just like the radio link. You need to put that your battery feed to the receiver for you to get
Right.
how much battery is left on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Grayson Hobbies in Atlanta, Georgia is an authorized Radio Master dealer service.
Let's see, Dash
Now
Boy says every remote you buy a new receivers from Spektrum is backward compatible. Bullshit. Try to put a DSM and DSR-MR in that Spektrum radio that you love so much that was released, and it is written Spektrum on it. It does not work with those receivers. So not every,
There's just that one remote, what was it, the SL2 or something like that.
Basher Boy's favorite.
Basher
Yeah.
Boy's favorite.
Listen, that controller is a little bit of a pain, but you know what? Even the DX3s and the SL3s, you can link them to the 5 channels, even though there's only 3-channel controllers.
Yes.
I like the DX3. It's plain, it's simple.
And I've also found on the SLT3s, you can save like 3-4 cars on the same controller, and it just whatever one you turn on, it automatically will bind to that controller. I'm saying that's just a stock controller there.
Right.
Well, even the one that they put in the SEX6 isn't too bad. It has the battery telemetry in it. That'll.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I can't remember which one that is though. SL
DX
was that the SL3?
The DX3, the one that's got the light bar on the top of
Yeah.
it, where it tells you the battery
Yeah.
level. Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
DX3.
That's a
Yeah, the
AAA. You can
STX2
some
is
bitch.
Yeah.
definitely a garbage controller.
I've
I wholeheartedly agree with you, Gabe, but
I pull them all out.
Right, pull them. Definitely.
There, RC Basher Boy knows that number by heart is the
STX2, yeah.
STX2.
That was the
Mm.
worst thing. It came in with it came in my typing, and I slammed into a tree and a curb.
Yeah,
And
I had
after
it on
that,
my
I pulled that
Rockway.
thing out. It was such a delay in it.
Yeah, that's the one that I pulled out of my Outcast 4S version 1. It came with it, and I yanked it out and put a radio.
That's
on
why I
it.
ran into the curb. Because
Now
of the
that you mentioned the delay, maybe that's
controller.
why I can't. I tried and I tried to do
Yeah.
wheelies with that Rockway or to lift the front of that Rockway, but no matter what I do, as soon as I hit the trigger, it's as if there's a delay. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yep.
respond right
And
away.
that
Is that remote?
what controller
Yeah.
are you using?
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a huge delay
I
in
was
that
going to say,
thing.
there's a huge delay
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
I'll
Why
try
we
putting a
yank 'em?
different radio on that truck to see if it's going to make a difference, because that's one reason I don't like the Rockway. It's awesome on rocks. Like when you play with it and you're going on rocks, it's just a beauty to see that thing skip over the rocks. But that remote is kind of a little pain. And I tried reprogramming the punch. The punch to start, there was a delay. When you look at the manual, the default was
Uh-huh.
they did put a delay on it. I even programmed it, took it out, and still tried it. No friggin' way does it want to
Case.
pop.
Right.
Throw it
That's
in the
the
trash.
remote.
Throw
Yep.
it in the trash.
And see, just out of curiosity, just out of I'm looking something up as we're talking. Now, the DX3 Spektrum remote on Jenny's is $52. So that ain't even a portion of the price. And you have your telemetry lights. That's on Jenny's, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, it's matter of fact, that's the last time I needed a bunch of receivers. That's what I did is I went to Jenny's and picked up the bundle pack of a controller and a 3-channel receivers for like $40 a piece. So I picked up like 3 of them.
Okay.
Have to be.
So even with that, it gives you telemetry, and that's $53.
Are they
On a
green telemetry
Spektrum
lights?
Yeah, your green ones. On a
Okay.
Spektrum frequency, anyway.
Mhm.
Not
Neck Cruiser says the STX2 is the worst radio I've ever used. And
Yeah.
he says the SLT is okay. It's a Spektrum tactic.
Yeah.
Spectrumized tactic or whatever.
Like I said, and the SLTs will work with the 3 and 4 and 5 channels.
Okay.
it's the SX are not very good.
Yeah, like I said, John, I picked up 3 of them. I figured $90 if I was going to buy 2 3-channel receivers from Spektrum anyway. I was going to be spending $90. So, what the heck? I got
Right.
an extra couple controllers floating around.
Yeah. Hey, John, what are you doing this weekend? You're going to come to Maniwaki? There's an event there, crawling an event this weekend. And you can bring your Mud Boss. He made a Mud Boss track, so people are going to be playing with the Mud Boss over there.
Oh, too bad John can't. Other John can't go there.
Oh, it's not a Mud Boss, sorry. It's a modified.
Someone's
Right, John?
already put a VXL in one.
Mm-hmm.
That's something John would do.
And what's your point? I already know somebody who's got Mod 1 gears in theirs.
Already?
Why not? All right.
Go big or go home.
Right.
And a fit neck gearbox.
They did the classic way of doing it too, and just took the slipper eliminator or got the slipper eliminator so they can just change it to whatever gear they want.
Yeah.
So So
I do.
So and it was be able to, and the mod ones are big, and so and they fit in that gearbox.
It doesn't strip out as easy that way.
It does. No.
Oh,
It doesn't. It doesn't blow the top motor shaft pin either on the two-wheel drive transmissions.
John says this weekend he's going to be at the mini four-wheel drive race from Tamaya at Highway, but he says he's
sounds
going
like
to
you
miss. He's going to miss the big race, and he did build a modified. Now, John, if you're going to miss the big race, I'm going to be there. So give me your cars, and I'll run them on the track for you. Because I don't have a modified, so I could run his cars on the track.
You're talking about the mini four-wheel drives?
Yeah.
You're really getting hooked on that, aren't you, Frank?
I am, but I'm not. For now, I'm not spending any money on that. I could build one with my son. He did win a $25 gift card from the hobby shop. We're waiting till we win another one to actually get some more money. My son doesn't want to spend any of his money on it, and I don't want either. So I got too many things to spend money on. And I don't
Amen
want
to that.
So I'm
agree.
just curious. Will you eventually make a modified version of one of those minis?
I probably will. Like me, my son, we went there. I won third place last time, and last time we went, I brought my son. He won third place. So we all won some parts. So now we're starting to get some parts. So hopefully we go again and we win some other things. But like I said before, those race, it's probably 20% or maybe more than 20, 30, 40% how you set up your car. And the rest is just luck that your car does not come off the track or will. Because my son all night, he was playing with his modified that somebody lent him. He was going on the track, no problem. So it went all the way to the final. On the final, every other car jumped off the track. He was the only one. They had to do 6 laps. On the 5th lap, just about to go on the 6th, his car came off the track. So it was all the cars came off. So that was a rerun. So everybody had to rerun again. And his came off the track the first on the second try. So it's kind of weird how it goes. Like you can put your car there, it does fine. And all of a sudden, for some odd reason, it comes off the track.
They come off.
Never know that.
So if you build another one, it's going to be more exotic body.
Just get a bad bounce.
It's a bad bounce. It's a bad thing. I don't know. So
Nick B, what's up?
You'll buy more exotic bodied one for next time.
I agree, Nick. I sold all my controllers, all my Spektrum stuff.
Redneck says when I went Radio Link, I bought a dozen 6-channel with gyros and telemetry for $20 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I do. I got Radio Link and I buy the 4 channels for my Tamayas or my on-road card. I don't need a lot of channels. But the other one, yeah, they're 8 channels or 6 channels or 8 channels. So it's cheap to go with Radio Link. And it works. Like I'm not racing them, so I don't need the fast telemetry.
Where the hell did they go to?
I don't know. Where did they go to?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
My windshield wipers are gone.
Don't need windshield wipers. What are you talking about?
Hey, Nick B.
Either the wind or the rain either washed them away or blew them away.
Mm.
They're probably stuck
Or
in
then you
your
power
arm.
washed it.
I don't know. I still have
I
a
didn't
hard
know-
time. I mean,
I did.
even if you had 200 Spektrum type
They're not
vehicles, and then to turn around and spend $700 just to convert them all to that,
Hey, John, I did not know that they had a micro 2-channel radio link with gyro. I know they had one for a 4, but not a 2.
Yeah, who has 200 of the same receivers? Brand receivers.
I mean, even a Horizon hobby fanboy and having all the axial that you could ever possibly own. I just don't
Yeah.
see it.
Oh, to put
Well,
250 cars on one remote?
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm just looking at it from a standpoint of, okay, so where would be
Yeah.
the enticement to get that?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I'm zero compatibility because I've done converted everything to Fly Sky
Mhm.
for the Pro.
Yes.
So, I mean, for $700, I'd get one receiver, and then I'm going to have another small fortune in receivers to run an already super expensive controller that I don't think it's even going to outperform the Pro, the
No.
old Pro, not even the Pro Plus.
Yeah. On the touchscreen, what I like about that remote, the Spektrum, is the fact that you can put a picture of the model of the car you're running.
Found the windshield
Oh,
wiper.
So
that'd be
like I
cool.
saw somebody had a Pro Moto and they had the motorcycle. So visually, real quick, you can find your car, which is cool. On my
I did not know you could do that.
on my remote, on my Spektrum, not Spektrum, on my Radio Link the other day, I put a label in the front. And I was
Yeah.
looking at my label of all the cars I called, I talked, I named. And all of a sudden I look MU. What the heck is MU? I could not remember which car I have that's actually an MU. It took me about 2 hours to figure out it was my black silver Tamiya TT01 MU that I bought a while back. It is
Yeah,
the
I hate when
Subaru
that. I
MU.
hate that.
Like,
So how do you get that picture on that radio?
Download it.
Download it.
you just
Download it?
download it.
Okay.
It's an app. It's got Wi-Fi. And let me tell you, all the models that they have in there is all with the picture is all models they sell on Horizon. So they probably have a data bank of pictures that you can download for that radio.
Even though you could do a Tamiya on it.
You might be able to grab a snapshot.
You can't do it to my picture, it rejects it.
Yeah,
Yeah, right, Joe or Josh.
It breaks it.
it would be cool if you could take a snapshot with your remote of your car, but you probably could with your phone and then send it to the remote some odd way. It's Wi-Fi. I'm sure there's ways to do it.
It requires an adapter to my plug to work.
Which is
Cruiser
extra
says
charge.
It's not a 2-channel micro they have. It is a 4-channel micro that Radio Link has. And that's the one I usually
Extra
put on my
$100.
Tamayas.
Radio
Extra
Link, yeah,
$100
that
for
little
the
tiny
Tamiya.
one.
Yeah.
I got a couple of those laying around.
But 90% of not 90% of the cars, but most of the cars nowadays, they all come with the built-in receiver, especially on the smaller scale. And I hate that. I hate that if you change it, you have to change the ESC, and everything. You just gotta change everything. And
Mhm.
All or nothing.
Yep. Nick B says, sorry, but with the radio talk, Futaba or Sanwa and now Fly Sky just got into racing from 1/8 standpoint or even on the on-road side. Yeah, I think Futaba, Sanwa, and Fly Sky are pretty good for racing. I agree with that. But Futaba is still very expensive.
Yeah.
But not
So
as
is
expensive.
Sanwa.
They're expensive, but probably
Sanwa.
not as expensive. I don't
Sanwa's
think they're as
expensive,
expensive
too.
as this new Spektrum. I don't think
I
they're more
think they have
expensive
like an
than-
$800 radio too, don't they?
Yeah, but how many channels does it have? We're talking about a 6-channel.
Well, I know that John actually bought a Sanwa, but it was actually used. Got that off Facebook Marketplace, I believe it was, a while back. He likes it. He enjoyed it. So
They're supposed to be fast. They're good for racing. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
oh, talking about fast and racing. At the end of the
Queenie.
month,
Oh.
I might have a new
Oh.
class for on-road racing on Parking Lot Wars.
I want to see the rain one.
Right. Redneck RC said that that Spektrum has a SD card that you can upload photos. ISOCage did it this morning.
Oh, okay.
That's
Found
true. It
them.
has an SD card on it, so you take the SD out, put the picture of your car, and just pop it in there. Cool.
Oh, my windshield wipers.
Oh, did you lose something?
My windshield wipers. And this other camera, I don't know, it's not working.
B said 10 channel, 10 PX.
What does that mean?
The Futaba.
10 channel, 10 PX? Oh, the Futaba is 10, the model is 10 PX?
And I think it's a
Yeah, I
stick.
think it's $900.
Isn't it a stick?
That's Futaba. Yeah, it's like $1,000 or
No,
something
it's
like
not a
that.
stick.
It's a steering wheel.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, it's a
Look
pistol.
that up.
$800 for the Futaba 7PX.
That's the 7. There's the 10 PX that's out now too.
Oh, the 10PX. Okay. But those receivers are so expensive.
Yeah. Yes, Noble for the win. I am a straight Noble fan now.
The
I can't
X6R
get
has an
myself
SD
to
card.
buy that Noble Pro, but I'm still I'm gonna get the Noble Plus next if I need another receiver radio.
Do you already have one?
I have a Noble, but not a Pro.
He says
Oh,
it's
Nick
the same
says it's the
price.
same price as the 7PX.
$250. You can put the Pro Plus chip in it and make it
Oh.
a Pro Plus.
Oh,
There you go. 200 for how much is the chip?
$250.
Oh shit.
So
yeah.
you can take an MB4 and make it a Pro Plus
Make
for
it a Pro
$250.
Plus.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sounds
they
like-
just after they released the Pro Plus, then they're starting to release the parts, and you can get the screen for $250 and make any Noble a Pro Plus
All
for
right.
$250. And I'm sure that price will go down as time goes on.
Yeah, right.
My problem with a touchscreen remote,
ND special.
I got kids. So my kids want to play with my toys, play with our cars. So I'm just not 100% to get a touchscreen radio yet.
Noble has a screen lockout on them.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, in the bottom right hand corner, you can click it and it locks the screen.
I did not
And
know
you
that.
get pretty cover.
Chunky
What's
custom.
that?
And since Chunky just came in, you can 3D print a cover for your Noble that slides over and
Yep.
protects your screen.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
I'm
Sure.
sorry, but
But
I'm getting so old that even if I get a race radio, my reaction time is too slow for the radio.
You just
Well,
gotta drink a Monster.
That's why you get a fast radio, so it makes you quicker.
No, it
Yeah,
won't
you
make
go.
me quicker.
But you gotta have fast servo to match your
You-
fast
you-
radio, don't you?
The
Yeah.
faster radio will show us steering jitters. Look at
No,
him! Look at him shaking
Oh,
them
this
wheels.
thing's
Shake it down.
fucking
I'm
floor.
trying not to shake.
No, he's just scrubbing. He's just scrubbing some speed for the corner.
But it's sad. I see some guys that are actually on the trails or racing on parking lot wars, and I see those older guys, and I see them having the little shakes a little bit, and I'm looking at that, and I go, that might be me in a few years. Like you never know when the shakes or when it's gonna start.
Yeah,
Oh,
Few
you never
years.
know.
Your body's gonna let go. You don't know, and
yeah.
it's
I'm
sad.
counting the days myself.
Yeah,
It's all about the
Yeah, it's
drugs.
got that bad. It's nothing.
enjoy it.
nothing serious.
Enjoy it while you can, guys, because time
Yeah.
flies so friggin' fast. It's crazy.
It's all
And-
about the drugs.
And you never know when it might be gone.
It's all about
Nick,
the
no
drugs.
one's saying that Futaba's bad. It's just that Spektrum is ridiculously expensive for basically the biggest feature on the Spektrum, and I don't know about the one that Gabe's talking about, is the user interface. Like iXSR and everybody went through all the functions. And to
Exactly.
set up all your stuff is super easy.
Right.
Your winches, your rear steer, whatever you want to do, it's super easy.
And then you
it
can
seems
set
that's
Make it
overrides
shake.
on the fly. That's the cool thing. That's the
Yeah,
coolest thing I think.
it's cool that it's super easy. The time I tried to help somebody with Futaba, it was like reading
Oh,
Chinese.
yeah. Yeah.
And I know Dennis has got it figured out, but I know it took him a while to figure out that MT12 where him and Eric sat down for
Yeah.
hours to figure it out. It's great. It's $129 and it's open source, but I'll pick my Noble up or my GT5 up every time because it's easy to use, easy to set, and receivers are cheap. And my Noble, I've drag raced where your reaction time is where it's won or lost. And I've gone against the Sanwa M7 and I've gone against the Futabas and I've not lost on the tree. The radio is reacting like it should compared to double, triple the money radios.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, the Spektrum for all that money, it's just not worth it. I'll pick up my Noble every time. That's my opinion. I like my Noble. And I don't know how the Spektrum works, but I can tell my Noble, a 4-channel receiver, is an 8-channel to add different mixes to it. Like I can run my winch as 2 channels to run a high side, low side because it does have a momentary, and I can trick it that now my winch is a momentary switch because it's only going 100% one way and 100% on the other side. So
Keith would say it's a 6-channel, not an 8-channel.
RC Basher boys, stop talking about that DX6R. It's a dinosaur. It's passe.
and in defense of radios, my regular NB4 is a dinosaur. I mean, there's 4 different models from it now. There's the Plus, the Pro, and then the Pro Plus.
That's the whole thing. I mean,
$250.
there's so much
You can
stuff.
update it.
And the Pro. I don't think they sell the Pro and the NB4 anymore though, right? It's all
Nope,
Plus.
they are done.
Yeah.
Yep, those 2 models are done.
And who knows,
mean, the
within
only-
the next 6 months to a year, this one will be obsolete.
Yeah.
And I know one of the big things was it's got a 10,000 milliamp battery in the new Spektrum.
Oh yeah.
Well, mine has an
you can-
1850 handle and the 4,000 on the bottom.
Right.
Last forever.
Yeah,
It's still the same amount, isn't it? It's still the same amount.
Actually more.
Plus, if my GoPro or my cell phone goes dead, I could plug it into the
And you
into
can
the
charge
battery.
it. People
Into
are
the power
tripping out
bank on the bottom.
at the racetrack. Me charging my cell phone off my controller.
When
Yep.
Joe's
Doing
ran it right off his Noble into his camera and we've been out on the trails.
Yep.
Because the battery died on his old GoPro.
Oh yeah,
Yep,
you
I
just
had
plug
a-
it straight on in.
Yep,
Yeah.
I had an
So-
old GoPro 5 that didn't have external batteries, so I just ran a cord from a cable. I had a little. I think it was a 6-inch cord, go
Yeah,
right from the battery right to the GoPro.
Yeah, I was gonna say all you need is probably a 6-7-inch cord or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Nobles had
You don't
2
even need that
battery.
much.
The Nobles had 2 battery backups for a while from the previous
Goes
one.
from here to here.
Yeah.
Well,
The
I've got
GoPro
mine on
mounts right
top,
here, and
so it went from
Yeah,
bottom to
so-
top. Right.
not far.
So with that Spektrum
That's the GoPro mount,
battery,
and then
is
right there's your
that-
USB.
Okay.
is that a removable in order to charge it? Or do you
Yes, it
charge
has
directly to
Bluetooth.
the radio?
It charges the internal battery. Like if I turn on this button, it turns this battery on, and then it charges this one. So then you just refill the bottom.
Yep, and it
So like
charges
right
both.
now, hitting that button, it's charging the 1850 that's in the handle.
Okay.
And when you plug it in to charge the bottom one, it actually charges the top at the same time.
Yep.
If
Yeah,
you
charge
if
each
you hit the
I was
button,
curious
to turn it
about
on.
that.
Yeah.
Must make it hard to drive one-handed when that wheel's up front.
And you know, they said, "Oh, we can go left-handed." This one goes left-handed without taking anything apart. It literally
Yeah.
spins all the way around.
I love
Yeah,
that
right.
feature. Yeah.
And
I
then
actually
the
took my radio link out of the 8 out of my case and put my Noble in the case.
Yeah, you
And
said that the
yeah.
other night.
Fit perfect. Like,
and then
sorry,
the
buddy.
Pro battery Pro battery has wireless charging built into it too. So
Oh, Nice.
Yes, I believe it does have Bluetooth. It has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth.
yes.
So I remember the Spektrum used to come with
Chunky
the
said,
aluminum
"Hey,
cases
Joe,
like the Nobles,
currently 197
but
for the
this
upgrade
new
chip
remote
and
does not
screen."
come with an aluminum case like the old stuff.
No, that one comes with a foam case, that new one. But you probably
Right.
could buy an aluminum case for it.
what do you say, Kurt?
He said it's currently $197 for the upgrade chip and screen.
Oh, so it's went down
So,
already. It started
yeah.
off at 250.
Oh, there you go.
That's not
Nick,
bad.
the Noble is, and Joe has the Pro, and its telemetry screen on the front is by and large ahead of that one.
Does
Oh,
the
yeah.
Noble have any receivers with gyros in them?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I think everybody now has gyros in their systems.
Yes.
No,
A lot of people do, but not everybody.
I don't know if Fataba or Sanwa do.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They all have almost 99. I'd say 99% of them all have.
Gyro
That's
systems.
why you need
Gyros.
windshield wipers.
and see, I remember that used to be an option. It still is an option for everybody to either pick or not, but that used to be a thing of, oh, well, you guys don't need gyros. What are these? What are these actually helping? And I think from talking to you guys, they help a lot of people out versus when they first came out, people were kind of iffy with them.
It's just application based.
Yeah, the pros do come with the nice case for them.
Yeah,
I wish you could
my
buy
Noble's
that.
aluminum, isn't it? That means it's a bit heavier.
It's not what you think.
I mean, if you're going to put aluminum casing for the whole system, it's going to be heavier for sure.
It's so light. Trust me. I've
So
got
Even though it's
probably ain't
aluminum?
gonna feel it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Even I've
Probably
got the
real thin.
secondary protectors that are aluminum that go around the screen and around the battery. They're so thin that it the only thing it made mine heavy was putting the damn GoPro on it.
Or your cell phone if you could hook it up that way.
No, that
Start
was in
adding
my pocket.
Adding stuff like putting a leash on it.
Yeah. Yeah, the GoPro was what really killed it.
So this one could do boats. Did it say it could do planes too?
Yeah.
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 I think Radio Master could do it all too.
Gonna do.
Kind of do a tank.
But yeah, I don't know. It probably could because it.
Gonna do with Sean.
You need multiple channels for a tank.
Well, yeah, you need multiple channels and to mix those channels up to run a tank.
Well, but
Sean's.
even Exo Cage even figured out when he built that the big fat tire thing it floats. Sherp. When he built that Sherp, he put two of those 2300 2-in-1s in it, and he uses his regular pistol grip and set it up for that. And I believe it's set up to that he just turns it. And it's
funny. The Sherpa uses yokes to turn it in real life.
He has the one track set up on which direction you turn.
Yep.
From a racer standpoint, it's legal to use a gyro or reverse. That's on 1/8 off-road.
I believe that's on any.
That's most racing.
Any racing, yeah. Most US.
That's any racing, isn't it? Reverse lockout and then forward only.
Yeah.
On Parking Lot Wars, I'm doing the next one is going to be that you can run brushless on road. So it's going to be on road 1/10, but it's open class. that means gyro in theory are allowed because it's open class.
Mhm.
Let's see who wins with that, the gyro and
That
the
would be cool.
throttle system.
Especially with the brushless system, you hit that throttle, you want your car to go fast. The problem is you have to stop to get that next curve.
Well, it also all depends. Are you talking 2-wheel drive or are you talking 4-wheel drive?
4-wheel drive.
Because four-wheel drive, you can brake check it and power slide it.
Yeah.
But
just like anything, it's still a learning curve. I mean, going
Yes.
from no gyro to gyro, you still got to learn how to drive.
oh yeah,
that thing.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah, you just don't give it gas and it goes around the corner for you.
I
you
know that
Right.
when I first used a
Exactly.
gyro, it was in my Hornet, and it made it so much more drivable that they had the gyro.
I
It helps
see
my
the way you
2-wheel
drive
drive,
and-
but my 4-wheel drive, I can't run it.
That's a grasshopper, doesn't have it. Hornet does.
I've seen the way you drive, Brad, and I can see why a gyro would help you. I've seen.
It's either
Did you see
not
my
pushing the
comment?
throttle or it's full comment.
Right.
Who's driving that thing in circles?
What do they call that again? When you hit the trigger and you can, like, when you're halfway, perpetual? No.
When you can
Potentiometer?
slowly pull the trigger.
Yeah, when you can slowly pull the trigger.
What do you call that?
On the old days.
Modulate.
Modulation.
Oh, it's not modulated. That's not the word I'm
No.
looking for.
How about the steering? When you can turn
Proportional.
the steering just to the proportional. That's
Proportional.
it.
Proportional steering or
Proportional.
proportional
Like
throttle.
exponential.
Brad, the way he drives, that's the way I've seen him drive. It's off or on.
On.
That's how my buddy
That's
is
the way
with
he
that
drives. He
heavy
doesn't
car.
have a
Proportional.
halfway gas. It's either
Yeah.
on or off. That's the way Brad drives.
Brad's got
Think
one
you could-
speed. Go.
One speed.
Yes,
There
one
you go.
Got
Go.
that thing to go
Floor it.
in a straight line many times the other day.
I didn't say you can't drive in a straight line.
For
The
I see
gyro.
those rooster tails, and that rooster tail starts right where you are, and it ends at the other end when you start turning around.
Gyro.
Even when I'm not spinning out, it's still producing rooster tails.
Yeah, floor it.
Well,
It's cool, Brad. It's cool. It's very cool.
It's the conditions.
Yeah, and the conditions and people love the conditions. They love the dustiness. They think it's cool. It's like I said to Keith, it gives you that perspective of a car running through the desert, and you see the rooster tails, and you don't see the car, but you see the rooster tails of the car.
I just was enjoying watching you eat your own dirt.
I do get some grit in my mouth.
The guys are writing on there in the chat proportional.
Yeah, that's right, John.
But you can dual rate so the steering gets reduced too.
50% throttle.
Welcome in, Dirk.
Hey, Dirk.
Dirk.
There.
Hey, Dirk.
Hi, Derek.
Yeah, Brad, I've been rubbing off on Brad. Like, I keep telling him, go out there and break something. And I think that's why he drives that way. He wants to show me that he can break this stuff.
I've broken many cars this season. It's really ticking me off. I finally got my drive shafts for my fighting boat.
Cool. The one I fixed for you that night I was there, did you break that one yet?
I haven't used
Frog?
it yet. Again, I haven't used it yet. No, he's talking about my WL point.
The one that he said he needed a special tool for the,
I needed something to
Take the
punch out
pin
the
out.
little thing.
he says, I don't have anything that small to take the pin off. And as soon as I got there, he took his wallet out and took his phone, you know, the pin that you take your card out of your phone?
SIM card out.
The SIM card little adapter. He took that out and I go, that's perfect. And it worked perfectly to take that pin out.
Well, I can't
I
wait
knew
for
he
you to
had
come
the
back
tools.
here again, Frank, so we can do some more things.
See ya, Basher boy.
Yeah, have a good night, Gabe.
There we
Good
go.
night, Gabriel.
Later, Gabe.
All right, Gabe.
Because
Just curiosity. Spektrum no go?
for most of us, I'm sure
Yeah, I'm
it
gonna
is
go
a
buy it
no-go.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I was gonna too because it was green, had that green line in it.
After
You'll
I
buy
sell
that.
my
You'll buy
house.
that if you survive a truck crash.
No go for me.
Sell a
No,
couple
no.
cars first.
Yeah. I mean, you could buy a nice ready to run for that price of that thing.
I don't think I'd ready run for $700.
Shit, you could have a hell of a crawler. for
Yeah, there's
$700.
cars for $700 you could buy that ready runs, even a kit.
Plus
certain kits.
batteries.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I don't know what
And
you're buying, but most of the things I buy are like $400. So
And a
Yeah,
remote.
'cause
like
was
I
gonna
said,
say, yeah.
but there
Brad
are
could
cars
afford
that are
all
in the
his ESCs
$600
and
range.
receivers.
You could
Well,
buy.
yeah, so he's getting himself an LMT or a felony, right?
Can almost
Right.
buy yourself a capo for that price.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, there was a time where there was one vehicle that Capo made that was actually cheaper than that.
Redneck's all no go.
yeah, hell, I just
No go.
bought a
All
truck
right.
for $200.
You could buy 3 vehicles for that price for one big basher.
Depends on where you're shopping.
Maya, probably so.
You beat the creek and the swap. $700 gets you a long way.
Shit.
Uh,
Heck, that'll
No,
get you
I
an
don't want to
SCX
work on your
that'll get you-
reds.
That'll get you an SCX6 in Axial
Yeah.
Fest, didn't it?
Yeah, hell yeah. I didn't, but
No, I'm just saying.
They were pretty
Oh,
cheap,
yeah.
It was
I
800.
thought
but
they
yeah.
was 800.
Were
Well,
they
you got to
800?
factor in shipping
Yeah,
too,
it's
with the
800.
remote.
No,
I
Axial.
don't think they
Oh
offer.
yeah.
Look at that. That cruiser says you could buy a
Right.
modified. You could buy a modified and a Grom, and still have money for dinner instead of the radio.
Yeah, no kidding.
There you go. I was just curious if everybody was no go.
Yeah, Redneck, I've done the same thing. We've all spent that much on upgrades.
I just
Welcome
noticed
in,
something.
Dennis.
I just noticed
What's that?
something. It's $6.99 for that radio, the new radio,
Yeah.
but
Uh-huh.
you get a free iXSR foam pit mat. Free.
Oh,
I'm buying it now,
Ooh,
man.
while supplies last.
Hey, Christina.
$100
You
value.
just sold me.
Yeah, you
Yep.
get that pit mat, and that pit mat is, I saw it earlier. Where was that pit mat? I thought it
Sunday
$100.
night, Kurt, we're gonna be figuring that chip out. I mean that
the case,
radio out,
because
right?
they don't show the pit
Both of
mat.
us.
Yeah.
No, they don't show the picture of the pit mat.
Oh, she changed her name. She went to her regular name. She's getting rid of Rock Mama's M mini RCs.
They
Oh,
don't
okay.
show the pit mat. Oh no, it's up in the air now.
You can probably go on the Horizon site and find that separately.
Oh, Christina's not
Maybe.
a mama anymore?
Not Mama's Mini no more.
Not a
No,
mama's.
change it.
Back
I
up in
bought
the
the-
air again.
Axial
Oh.
pit mat at Axial Fest was only $18. So I mean, I don't know why we're getting too excited about it.
That's a good deal.
That's a good deal for that big pit mat, that's for sure.
Yeah. I find them at swap meets for like $20 for the nice ones, the pro.
Right. That's
Green,
why I
green
picked
fried
it
that.
up.
Oh,
Oh,
I got
free
a Spectrum yoga
Spectrum.
mat.
Yeah.
But it's
yoga
free.
mat.
It's
Just
free.
have a
That's
couple
Yoga
why.
ones.
mats.
It's
There you go.
free.
Yes, it's free.
Yeah,
It's
but
not $20.
but think, Keith, I saved $680.
It's like
You know what I
going on a-
use? I use those foam protectors that you put in your toolbox drawers to keep your toolbox drawers nice.
Yes, that's what I started with, was that stuff.
drawer
Says
liners.
she's doing a
Drawer
Drawer
liners,
mixed
yeah.
content. She's
You
doing
can buy
mixed
big
content.
rolls of that stuff on Amazon.
Non-slip
cheap.
That's
shit.
what I got. It works
Nicole's here.
really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that's what I started with.
So there's a lot of tool manufacturers now that are making fender covers that are basically the same.
Huh.
Really?
You can get them.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can get them for like $20. Yeah, I've got a
I didn't even think
a
about the
Cornwell
fender
one
covers.
and a Snap-on one.
Oh, for the ones
Oh,
you lay over
shit.
the fender when you're working on the motors? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
But don't let him
And
lie.
it's-
He has to have his bougie element mat
There
laid
you
out.
go.
Well, I'm sorry
On
that
the
your real car
table.
caught on fire, Christina.
You called his bluff. He's like, I
No,
just
no.
have this cheap little one. No, that's on the ground. That's what I step on, right?
I did. That's what I
That's what he puts
had
in the
it-
back of his hybrid.
And it's hybrid?
no. No, I had the Cornwell one was sitting right in front of my tent. That was my tent mat.
I'm sorry to hear about your 1-to-1, Christine.
That's funny.
I just calculated something that might make a lot of people happy. I know
Uh-oh.
how to save you guys $678 for that radio.
Tell us,
Really?
Stank. Tell us.
Don't buy it.
Don't buy it.
Okay,
Buy the mat.
so yes, that's correct. So if you turn around and don't buy this to get the free foam mat, go directly and buy the
I don't
mat
know.
for $21.99. You will
There you
save
go. That's an idea.
$678.
I don't know if
Yeah.
that's a good deal though.
It's
That's
still
actually
free.
a pretty cheap pit
The
mat
mat
too.
is still free.
Right?
And it's 24 by 48 inch for
I don't know. They're probably gonna charge you $12 to ship the damn thing.
Yeah, that's a play.
Oversized shipping.
Yep.
Yeah.
Put that in the cart. See how much it costs to ship it.
put it in the cart.
No, I'm just messing with you. Tim.
Canadian or US?
Oh, shipping is going to be expensive for me.
It'll be $600 and something to ship, Tank.
To Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta check.
Yeah,
in.
you got to sign in. Don't worry about it. Tim. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, put
You
your
know,
personal.
you know it's not going to be cheap though. It's going to be
Yeah,
like
I
20
want to buy a
bucks.
pizza.
Yeah.
But you still
Buy a
save
pizza, all that money you could buy
Yeah.
pizza that feeds more than 100 people.
Still saving
For that price.
$650.
Exactly.
No kidding.
That's a good idea, Tank. To
Yeah.
save a lot of money right there.
I still like the free stuff.
You like the free.
So-
You'd rather pay $6.99 and get it for
something
free.
for free. Yeah.
Oh,
No thanks.
Hey, take another pill there, Keith.
There
Yeah.
you go.
As soon as I saw that price, I knew people were going to have problems with it.
Well, that's the first thing I looked at when that dropped.
I'm like,
First thing
what the hell?
I looked at that, I'm like, oh my God, they are losing their shit.
yeah.
Green Frog,
Yeah.
what's that? Congratulations on the pregnancy, Nicole, and the win. Oh, Nicole's in the chat.
I didn't
Yeah,
think she
any
said anything about
new
being
radio
pregnant.
that
Green Frog,
drops,
you're funny.
that's first thing I do. Any new radio that drops
Uh.
that I see released or new release coming, first thing I go to see how much the damn thing even is. Then I look at the features after.
Oh, Christina says her real car actually caught on fire today. That's,
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's no dice.
That's not
Is it
good.
a Ford Maverick?
it was a lipo
No.
fire. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, I think it was much older than a Ford.
Crazy. Green Frog says, sounds like a good boss. Hope things turns out for you. And Christina, I think she was saying she was cleaning up her YouTube page, I think, a little earlier.
Yeah.
She's doing mixed stuff on her channel now. That's why she changed.
Okay.
She's using her whole name like I do.
Oh,
It's called
So
Christina.
you're saying she copied off of you?
Mhm.
I don't
I
know.
was just getting
I don't
ready
know
to
since
say
she
that.
was
It's called
thought about
Brad
it.
Kilman. Why? So she's using Brad Kilman?
No,
What?
Gilman?
it's a 2016 Chevy Sonic,
Kilman?
all contained within
Sonic,
the motor
that's what
department. Motor
Oh my
department.
God.
Sonic. Hmm.
Yeah.
Chevy
I went to
Sonic.
Sonic today.
Yeah, sound
No
like
Sonic
the turbo
today.
caught on fire.
I went there today. My stomach
Did you?
caught on fire.
I passed
Oh,
one the
no.
other day.
And you didn't
Lord.
stop?
No, I don't have the money. And
Well,
Sonic is actually
They
pretty
are
expensive.
expensive. It is
They're
expensive.
It'd be expensive depending on what you buy.
Everything is, man.
everything.
It's like
A hamburger there's probably as much as a Whopper.
$5.
But you get
And it's
way
not
more.
as big.
I got two things and it cost me $15.
what's the
I was
next
at a
person gonna
Sonic
buy?
one time.
Brad?
And somebody had thrown out, you know how you park in the little bays with you can
Yeah.
park? There was
Yeah.
somebody had puked right out of their car and then they left.
Uh,
Hey, Brad, Brad, what is the next RC you're gonna buy?
I don't have the money to buy anything.
What's the next RC part then they're gonna buy?
Probably.
My
Well,
battery is
I need,
low.
I need for other cars. I need the same electronics.
Don't you
Yeah,
need
Sean.
parts for one of your cars to drive the axles?
I just got that.
Oh, you did?
Yes,
They just got the part.
Where did you get them from?
Tamaya themselves.
Wow.
Japan?
Wow.
Fancy.
You know people.
No, actually,
New young president, send it to
it came
Brad.
from California.
Ah,
Their second
California,
headquarters is- yes.
Criteria.
The next thing I have to, there's, I don't know what other car I need to fix that I have to worry about. I know I buy future stuff for other cars.
Well, you got a body coming that you have to finish one car.
Oh, that's done. That chassis is done. I'm just waiting for the body, and then I'll show
That's
it.
what I said. You gotta wait for the body to finish the car.
Yeah, and I also it's gonna unfortunately the receiver for the Blackwood is coming from China. It won't be here until sometime next month.
Okay.
So that's gonna be a while, and I do want to buy for two of my next cars optional oil-filled dampers for.
Don't go to Sonic.
Go to Sonic. What's that have to do with that?
It
Keith,
costs money. Yeah.
Keith, I'm trying to get the conversation back to RC and not Sonic.
No, well, that's
That's
why
why
I
I
said
started
don't
asking
go there.
questions.
That's it.
That's why I said don't go there because
Nate.
it's expensive.
Nate, what is the next RC stuff you're gonna buy?
I don't know. I buy RC stuff all the time. What's the next thing? Oh,
Well,
I'm waiting for Tamaya to come out with another interesting re. So I'm just holding out for something like that, like the Dynastorm.
Okay.
I might
Oh,
be
that
you know
would be-
where not to go to.
Yo,
Right,
you,
Nathan?
hey,
You know
if they
not where
came
not to
out
go
on the
to.
50th, the 959, you buy that, I bet you.
No, I'm more of a buggy guy, you know?
You would, what is if they also on the 50th, they came out with the Blazing Blazer?
Yeah, it's not my thing. It's
So,
cool. but it's
Tank,
not my thing.
What?
is that all that hitch for the back for the tow truck? Would it fit in this, or you think this is too big? You know the thing you bought for your tow truck?
It
Looks like
might
you got
fit.
holes.
Yeah, it's gonna fit in there.
I don't think it'll fit in there. You don't think this is too big? That's what I'm talking about. I mean,
No,
it won't look small.
no. Well, it might look small a little bit in there.
Yeah.
Don't know. Is that the next thing you're gonna buy there, Keith?
I'm thinking about it unless I don't know if I'm going to build it or buy it, but I know I
Oh.
need to get a servo winch.
If you buy it and it doesn't look right, you can always keep it for another truck or future build or a different build.
Yeah.
Well,
I
just
don't-
build it. You like building shit.
Yeah.
They're,
Yeah.
they're
Just build
starting,
it.
you know
I
what?
know I need a servo winch, so I'm going to buy at
Use
least a
links.
servo
You
winch.
can build that very easy with some links.
With
Some
links, or go to the
Yeah.
hardware store and just get longer,
Yeah,
rods.
I got 10-2 links, but they're way too small.
Yeah,
You
go
know,
to the
I
hardware store and get the
seen-
same size, what do they sell that stuff, that stock, and then you can put
Yeah.
sleeves over it or something.
Do
Oh,
check
Oh, that
Shredded
metal
rod.
rod, Kurt.
threaded rods.
Threaded
Yeah,
rod,
rod.
and then put a sleeve, a brake sleeve or brake tubing or
You
I
would
might
need
brass
just do
tubing.
dowels. painted
brass,
metal.
copper. You can put
Oh.
copper or dowels, if you want to do wood. Depends on if you're
Check
going to be using
Amazon.
it.
Keith and his wood.
check Amazon because I think I
likes his
just
wood.
saw on Facebook where in Jordan come out with a bed that you could back. That's a tow truck, comes with a winch.
Oh, okay.
It's like a
So-
bolt-on kit.
Oh yeah.
I think it was an aluminum bed and had the arm already had the pull on it and had the already winch mounted.
The
Was a
the
kit in
last
Europe?
Endura kit that Keith bought didn't go well.
No, but that was
Well,
it was-
well, it's just
Yeah.
it's just a bed. It's just a
Yeah.
bed.
yeah, it's just
So,
a bed.
So, yeah,
See if
they're,
you can find
they're
that.
starting
Tank.
to around the world start they're starting to race 14 scale cars, 14 scale buggies.
How long does it take one to go around the world?
Yeah.
Oh God, you are a different smartass type than John. You're still a smartass.
You just said they're racing 14
Yeah, no,
scales around the
I
world.
mean,
Around the
places.
world, yeah.
Around
What
the
I meant
world.
is that
Exactly.
the places that do races around any Europe, anywhere, they are starting to do
They're
races
pit stopping at
with 14
Sonic.
scale,
They,
14 scale
I was-
buggies.
Oh,
I was gonna say it's gonna be 1/14 time longer.
and
No, actually, they run fairly fast, so they could be running around the same time around the track as the TEN-SCTE.
how many
It's
times
not
do
that
they
fast.
have? How many times do they have to charge up their batteries to go around the world?
You know, I was
Well,
thinking the
that's pretty
same
cool.
thing, Tank.
Oh
Yeah.
God, everybody wants to be a smartass.
Well, that's why they stop
Do
at
they,
Sonic Tank to
do they
charge their
charge
batteries
on
up.
the ferries when they're crossing waterways?
Battle
possibility.
tires, man. Battle tires.
Oh, buddy, you got to charge on your ferry.
Hey,
Of
keep
course
it
you're gonna
down,
charge on
Brad.
the ferry.
Bradford.
Hey, maybe you got to be
Bradford.
on power so it can turn the propeller.
Yeah, true.
Well, I'm curious how that works because that's kind of like there's people that buy the Priuses and then they want to drive across country, so they just get a generator and put it in the trunk. I mean, you do this. Do you do the
Charge-
same thing
right.
with the
Oh, I
RC?
thought that was
Get you,
Tesla.
Just
Oh, you
charge
might
it
as
in,
well.
put a
Quickly with
loop
a
in it.
Tesla.
no, you get you a
I just
nitro
thought
like
that
a
would be an interesting
0.21.
tidbit to know that they're starting to do various places where they have tracks. They're starting to do.
Kurt,
Is it
what
one
is the
lap?
next thing you're gonna buy?
No,
Different.
it's same amount of laps as you would with
Kurt's
TEN-SCTE.
looking up my bed, ain't you, Kurt?
I'm
I
gonna
think
get
they go
that
by minutes.
NASCAR, that Losi NASCAR is the next one I'm buying.
Actually,
Okay,
they go
the-
by how many. They have like 6-minute runs. That's what they.
The Losi NASCAR, that's the smaller scale one, right?
The
Yeah,
12
the 12
scale,
scale.
yeah.
Yeah,
12
12 scale.
It's a clear body too. Were you gonna? Is it come painted?
No, it'll come painted. You can buy a clear bodies
You
one
can-
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what were the bodies like? $40 or $30 or something like that?
Yeah.
25 or something like that.
Cool. John, what are you gonna be buying next?
Don't know. Probably parts to get stuff back up and running.
Cool.
How's the property you're working on to get to be in Haven?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen it in the last 2 days.
Mitchell, what is the next thing you're gonna be buying? Another Arlarlo, right?
Probably no.
Probably no.
Probably battery,
Batteries?
and I'm going to be needing batteries pretty soon, and maybe just some odds in it. Well, I was going to have to buy
Whoa.
a turbo receiver, but I don't have to.
Dang.
Because I just took it all out of the Arlarlo for my dual motor, so I want to finish this dual motor up and get her up and running and rolling.
Cool.
Signs in witness protection.
Said Sang just bought himself a nice $50 car.
You can't see. You're dark, Sang.
Didn't you say?
Yeah, let me just turn around here.
I was gonna say the lighting might be an issue. There you go.
There you go.
Still an issue, but it's still kind of dark.
Okay.
What did you buy?
Just an old buggy.
Gotta be a
Get it
Kilo.
from a
Yeah.
yard sale.
No,
Yeah,
just
sure.
marketplace.
He got a TL01,
Marketplace.
the Baja King.
Yeah, it's like
There-
brand new.
Tobiah?
Yeah. He got
What
it
kind
for
of chassis is
$50.
that, Brad?
TL01. TL01B is what they call it. That's
Yeah,
what
it's a four-wheel drive.
I think I saw that one on Marketplace.
Yeah, it's like brand new. It hasn't even been used.
Okay.
I don't know
Nice.
if that those are the box art colors, but I forgot.
Are you gonna
Nice.
use
I
it?
mean, that was a kit, right, Sang? Or was it
Yeah,
ready to run?
look at this. It's not even
Yeah,
a
to me,
scratch
it's all
underneath.
kits, man.
Cool.
Are you gonna run it, Sang?
See ya, Guru.
I already ran it.
See you later, Guru.
Oh, you did.
Later, Guru.
I didn't know if
Cool.
you were gonna shelf queen it or not.
No, that's
So,
something
Sang,
that
Are you going to be buying that new radio from Spektrum?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm using. This nice, sophisticated Spektrum.
The X4C.
DX4C.
Yeah,
I
it's
have
only
one of
about
those.
9 or 10 years old.
Yeah.
I have one of those radios.
You need to upgrade.
You
It
need
works
to upgrade
great.
to a
It has four
$699
channels.
radio.
It
Yeah.
has a 3-position switch. It has a nice screen. That's all I need.
That for people
Right.
that have 3 positions.
Yes. And you could store up to 10 cars, I think.
See, this is the one
Nice.
you get. This is what you need to get.
Look at that. It almost looks the same.
Bye,
It's the same
Christina.
thing.
$699 US.
The way
Yeah.
Sang buys cars, you know how many cars he could buy for that?
But I
Yeah,
did
that
pick up
holds
a couple new
250
kits.
cars, Sang.
What's that?
That one holds 250 cars, right?
Yeah.
That's not enough.
Maybe for somebody like Tank.
But just think, it's an SD card away from being correct.
Truck Tech Joe, what's the next thing you're going to be buying?
I'm pretty tapped out for a little while because I bought a optic.
You're gonna have
It's
you're gonna
not
have to drop your
wanting to.
screen.
Oh well,
Hey.
I bought the Vanquish optic, and then I bought a Team Associated. What the hell is that? RP4 4-wheel
Mhm.
drive short course truck.
Oh,
That's how many years old is the RB4? Because they are on the RB10.
oh, that's right. You were bashing it last week or something, weren't you? Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
it
that
used?
thing was yeah. I paid $200 for it. It was great.
Because I know they make the RB10.
So I'll be looking to run that at the track at the Gauntlet this year.
Yeah.
A regular dirt track.
You can race
Oh,
Jim
look
out
at
there
that,
or John
Sang.
out there.
Yeah, I gotta get some 2S batteries. That's one thing that I have never had to or wanted to purchase. So
Okay.
I'll have to get me some of those.
You live closer, I'd give you a couple.
That's all good.
Sang bought himself a MB01 with the Citron body, which I can't believe they didn't put rear view mirrors on the outside.
But I don't know. Doing some upgrades to the VS4 Phoenix that I won
don't
from
know.
Operation 11 Charlie. So
Cool.
putting the shifter kits in it and the winch and light kit and fancying everything up.
You got to make it good so you can try to beat Jem's hobby, right?
That's a trail truck. So
Why, Josh? Why are you doing that? That's not even my name.
Oh, you saw it. I was
What are
gonna
you
change
talking
mine to
about?
that too. I was gonna change mine to that too. I did change mine.
That's funny.
I was gonna have everybody change their names.
Hey,
There you go.
so saying you're going to have to put a lot of.
He's not there.
I thought he could still hear me. He can hear
I'm
me.
here.
He had to go get his other
Now he
kit.
got himself a manta ray too.
Man,
Which I
how
would
many
love
of
to
them
have.
did he get?
He looks like he's got some new kits here.
That's
Uh,
that's an inexpensive kit to pick up, which is
Yeah,
good.
I
this
had the
one here
money.
was pretty cheap.
Okay,
But they-
we're
they're
not
like
gonna
100
ask. We're not gonna ask Sang what he's gonna buy because he doesn't have any more money because he's bought it all already.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
doubt.
Hey, saying you're gonna have to shim the crap out of the MB01 to make it work right.
Well, I haven't built it yet.
But you've heard
And
about the
I ordered-
problems.
I ordered the RC10T truck.
Oh, not the RC10?
No, I missed that opportunity.
Oh yeah.
I was too slow. It was all sold out.
I hear they may actually come out with a regular version and they may come out with a non-anniversary version eventually.
Yeah, I missed the gold pan, whatever. But I did
Yeah,
order the RC10T, so hopefully it will come soon.
I remember
Oh.
when those came out, the RC10Ts. I remember they had the smaller tires up front, and then later over the years they made them just as wide as they are in the back.
Oh yeah, the narrow tires are cool.
The narrow tires, I guess they wanted to make sure it turned better, but I guess they figured that out with a difference of suspension pieces to make it turn in just as good as the wider tires up front.
We're gonna
Actually,
keep
you know, oh,
Yeah,
go ahead. Sorry. I just was going to say, actually, Tamiya may actually have a face change now that the old man retired, and
Yeah, I heard
got
that.
a
Yeah,
young strapping lad might come in and just rework the whole system.
you're gonna
I
go
hope he
Hex
does.
hardware for everybody.
Yeah, right.
You know what, Joe? I'm hoping
X hardware and
he
bearings.
continues to bring out the re-rees and still makes new stuff. I'm hoping he stays along that line. I want those re-rees eventually in my life.
I don't know. I think it's time for them to move on. I mean, they're pushing old kits. They're trying to do anniversary stuff, but a lot of their stuff that they're doing is nowhere near where these other companies are progressed.
Right.
It's time for them to update and move on.
I think
I still
Jim
think
has
that
one of those, Nick.
I still think they can still do the re-rees and make kits that are just as good as the racing qualities.
Probably. Jem's Hobby, what are you going to be buying soon or next?
As far as parts, I'm going to get some megalithics and some rims for one of the trucks.
Okay.
But I'm really looking at that Mojave Grom. It looks fun.
22 miles an hour.
Getting the Groms.
Right.
Does
And
22
the way
miles
the
an hour.
body captures all the electronics, like it keeps all the mud out of it and everything. Like it's a really cool setup.
Good.
Unlike the original one, unlike the 6.
Right.
Or the 4.
Cool.
Hit any patch of dirt and it's inside.
Yeah. Next, last one, Matt Harris. What are you going to be buying soon, or what parts do you need, or whatever?
I'm gonna be searching around for to make my SCX 10-2 deadbolt into a 12.3 wheelbase. So
Okay.
I was on RC Chop Shop. I'm looking at links, and then Kurt, I think, was telling me, I think it was Kurt, told me about a guy on TikTok, I think it was, that does an auction and has a lot of stuff on there. So
Oh yeah.
maybe I'll get some stuff.
I was watching
Is
him
that
today.
Rico?
No,
Is that Rico or whatever?
Mud Boggers.
mud something.
Mud tires.
Muddy tires or something like that. Yeah.
Muddy tires. Yeah.
It seems every week they're coming out with new tires.
And Matt, actually the Amazon 313 millimeter high clearance set, other than the rod ends being stiff, you got to put a little bit of grease on the threads before you start them. The kit works. And
like the Endure kit.
Wasn't
sure if that would be real good or not.
I bought one just to test on a truck I threw together, and it hasn't broke. The rod ends have stayed strong. It helps to have a rod end installation tool like the TGH one, or if you make your own out of an old dog bone. Like I think Tank, didn't you make one out of a dog bone?
Yeah.
Or the cup for the dog bone. So the worst part about them is just it's a hard plastic rod end.
That's okay. I mean,
So
they
if
ain't
you
gonna be
even have
doing
a
a whole lot
little-
of flexing.
A little reamer.
Yeah.
And Nick B, to answer your question, there's the clear. But I was already ahead of the game and found an original chassis.
And it fitted.
Yeah.
What are you
So
gonna do with
that's
the
all.
Eventually.
What are you gonna do with
What
the
time
what are
is
you gonna do with the regular chassis? What are you gonna do with the chassis key?
Keep it in the box. I don't know.
Good idea. That's what I
Ashtray.
would have done.
Ashtray.
No. Keep it because
Ashtray.
it's going to be a
Good idea.
collector's piece also in 20 years from now.
Let me go get it.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
You're good. Yeah, I was just curious with that muddy tires because, I mean, they're supposed. I just found out about it. They're supposed to be selling a lot of stuff fairly
cheap.
inexpensively.
Yeah. He was selling all his big cars at the end.
Have a good night,
Man,
Nick.
I don't know. If they're anything like the RC Chop Shop auctions, man, some of those guys, they just go crazy.
Oh, crap load of money on something that ain't worth it.
Something, yeah, something.
Well, right there where you could have just bought a new one.
Yeah, right. Somebody,
Ah.
yeah, something good comes up and everybody just starts bidding on it like stupidly. It's like,
Oh.
okay,
You talking that Chico's?
well,
No,
no,
RC Chop
yeah,
Shop.
Chico's is the same way.
Chico has reserves on a lot of his stuff.
It's like,
Yeah.
dude, you guys are buying these batteries where he has abundant supply of them, and you're buying them for top dollar because you're outbidding each other. If the one guy would buy it for $20, he gives it to everybody else for $20. Why are you upping it if you watch them, enough?
Right.
Right.
Well, the other thing, why are you buying used lipos?
No, they're not used, they're brand new.
Oh, they're brand new. Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say, why?
He buys them in bulk or gets them in bulk or knows somebody where he gets them from or something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fake Brad's coming in.
Nice. Uh-oh.
Oh, Big Brad's coming in.
Oh, no. So, yeah, that's my plan is to start messing with that.
Will it be the ceiling fan?
No speakers. What's wrong?
Well, I'm kind of sad that
There's the ceiling
nobody,
fan.
nobody in here said that they were going to go buy that new Spektrum radio. That's quite saddened me a little bit that nobody said that. But on a different note, a lot of people know that I've been spray painting that big trailer from Cross RC and the BC8, the Mammoth, which is an 8x8. Camo white. I've been doing it and I painted it all. It looks nice. I think I did a good job. And then I put primer on it. And Keith, you're going to understand my pain.
Oh.
Oh, no.
As soon as I put the spray on, which the Tamiya matte finish, matte clear, all the white or most of the white start to crackle like that.
Oh,
So here's the front. Here's more on the side.
That's me out.
Ah,
Oh, my
I
goodness.
bet you said some words that you can't say on the stream.
Yeah.
I know I would have.
What'd you spray
That's
on
the
it?
side.
Clear.
That's the back
Oh, the
corner. a
clear
little bit.
didn't
It's
match
only the
there.
white that did that though. I don't get that why. And it's the same paint. The gray, the primer on it, it's all from the same company.
I just sent
From
an
far
email.
away it doesn't look bad, but it did crackle that way, so kind of sucks. But the good news is the client says, perfect, leave it that way. It looks weathered.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Add some rust colors to it.
And I would
Add
still
some patina
contact the
to it.
paint company or
Hey,
something though to see.
Yeah.
That looks like it's made for the winter time. That looks like it's a winter camouflage.
Yeah, that's
And-
definitely. I'd have emailed.
That's a winter camouflage.
I did work on this Lesu dump truck. I finished it. It's all fixed. And I actually
that
had
like?
to cut these little metal plates and actually stick them on there with two-way tape. And it looks nice now.
Man,
What's the
look at that
Lasso
grill.
Okay.
That
Nice.
lassos are very expensive.
And the truck is all done. New cab is on it. It used to be a different cab on it. And I had to convert everything, put the light back in it. And there was a lot of modification to do on this stupid thing.
Man, that sure is a shiny grill.
Yeah.
Looks good.
So is that for another client?
Yeah. Well, for the same client, it's just
Same client?
what he calls him Tintin. So, but I'm
Great.
happy he said to leave the truck like that. So I only have to prime the trailer now, which I'm debating. Do I use the same spray or do I actually use an acrylic clear on that
No,
trailer?
do the same thing.
I
That way it
probably
matches
would-
the truck.
Matches the
Yep.
If
truck.
that's what he likes.
Hey,
Yep.
Frank, did
It's
you
already
like,
started.
Did you
Exactly.
see if it works?
So
Gotta
you
keep it
think
going the same.
you think the primer reacted to the paint?
Yeah. It's because the primer is the Tamiya, it's a spray, it's a TS primer,
Right.
and it reacted with the acrylic, which is a water-based paint. So because I put not a water-based sealer onto the water-based paint, I think that's why it cracked.
The oils
Probably right.
Oils venting through the water-based paint.
And the probably the white cracked and not the gray is because the white I had to put more paint to cover the darker color underneath.
Yeah,
So
and you got to put more
probably
coats on it,
why
and it just, yeah.
the white cracked and not the gray. So I don't know.
Could it have been that the white was on thicker, it hadn't cured?
Oh no, that truck has been done for a month. It had
Oh,
well
okay,
over a month
okay,
of curing
okay,
or
okay.
drying.
Oh, okay.
And that's
I
why I
was
make sure to
I
wait a long
just
time.
thought I'd ask.
Yeah. No, it's fair. I can't hear you, Brad. You're muted.
I'm just wondering, speak of,
The lasso, did you run it to see if it runs properly?
I ran it on my desk 4 or 5 inches and 4 or 5 inches, and then I turned it off.
How heavy is it?
Oh, it's friggin' heavy. It is
Got
heavy.
a lot of metal on
There's a lot of metal. And it's kind of cool because it's an 8x8 lasso. It's got a center diff and it's got a diff on all the wheels. So you can actually lock the front or the rear. You lock all 8 wheels or you lock the center diff. And it also has a 2-speed transmission. There's so many servos in that thing, it's ridiculous. It's kind of cool.
Sort of like the 10x10, which probably even has more than that.
Sounds like he needs that new Spektrum controller to run it.
Well, that lasso at least is more expensive than that control.
speaking of paint, has anybody used I think it's called Spaz sticks?
Yeah.
All the
Oh, yeah.
time. Love
Yeah,
it.
I just painted this like a metallic kind of green
Yeah.
airbrush. It's hard. You
I
can't
mean,
see it. I've airbrushed this the Spastics little bottle there, and
Oh,
it's
it's good,
amazing
son.
color.
I didn't try this
green.
plastic in
Their
bottle.
paint's
Green.
nice.
Keith loves it. It's green.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a metallic kind of green.
Cool.
So
It looks a lot
Every
better in
RC
person.
every
Anyway,
RC I've
Spastic,
painted,
it's
I've used their
amazing.
paint.
It all depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to do some of that the color change, it takes
Yeah.
a lot of cans.
Yeah.
Yes.
It depends on how
Because
big the
it
body
goes
is.
on,
Yeah.
It goes on
Yeah.
so clear.
Yeah. And patience.
Yeah.
A lot of patience.
Especially the candy apple too is
Well,
really,
Really
Yeah.
light, right?
yeah, it's
Just
really
green
light.
here.
Any one of them ones.
well,
Yeah.
this green hair airbrush is probably about 8 to 10 coats of green,
Wow.
Yeah.
and then about 3 or 4 coats of silver, and then about 2 coats of black.
Uh-huh.
He backed it with the silver. Yeah.
Yeah, back to the silver, and then the last coat is black.
Yeah.
So there's about 20 coats of paint here.
Quite a
Nick B says it looks more blue to me, but awesome color.
It does look blue.
I think you need to
It's like-
adjust your color on your monitor.
It's kind of like sea foam, right?
Yeah.
It's definitely green.
Yeah, it's green.
Seafoam green. There's a color called seafoam green. They actually
Yeah.
put it on a 1-to-1 in the 50s.
Team
Yeah, I
Associated
didn't know
coming
that
out with something too.
I didn't know Spastic had the small bottle for airbrush.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, just
Yep,
a
they do.
small. I don't know how many.
Are they pre-mixed already, Si, or you have to reduce them?
Yep.
It's already runny enough that I
It's
just
already
directly-
pre-mixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get that at Great Hobbies?
Yeah. There's like a
I
whole
got it.
new section on the Spastic. I was surprised they got
Ton of colors.
about 2 months ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did you
I'll
paint
check
that outside?
Yeah, I actually painted it outside next to my garage in the front there on a calm day. Yeah.
But so is this the first body you've actually spray painted?
With the Spastics, yes, but it's not my first body that I airbrushed.
I always thought
I
like
would say
airbrush
he
would leave
airbrushes
brush
everything
lines.
that yours
I mean, not
normally
brush lines,
does.
but spray lines.
No.
Yeah, I like airbrush. It's cleaner. It's, you're not wasting as much paint and you don't have to mask like crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy how little paint you use when you're
Yes.
airbrush.
Yeah, like the little reservoir in the top
Yeah.
there. Like I just put, I don't know, like a couple milliliters or whatever, and it lasts for like, I don't know, it's covers a huge area.
So a tablespoon in that little cup.
Yes. Yeah, about a
I really-
tablespoon. I would probably, this green here, as you see, it's probably about maybe a dozen tablespoon. That's it.
Oh, nice.
And you still have stuff left in the bottle.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
bottle.
They're pretty good sized bottles, yeah.
Yeah, I may have used 20% of the bottle.
Like
Yeah.
I painted this trailer. Let me present myself
With a spray with a spray
with the airbrush.
airbrush.
So this is all camo. And guess about how many times I filled up my white or my gray, the darker gray.
20
It's
times.
just a white. How many times do you think I filled up my brush?
I'd say 10 times.
Maybe 3
5.
times. Maybe 3 times. It's crazy how much paint you don't use. But it's kind of cool.
Wow.
Because it doesn't get wasted like in a spray can.
No, it does not get wasted.
You probably have to do a good 1.5, 2 spray cans on that gray.
Oh, I didn't do
Just use the
underneath.
gray.
Darn. And I'm not going to do underneath. This took long enough. Like this took me a while to do, but it's
And
going to
it's
look
heavy.
cool once I put the clear on there.
It's also heavy. Is it
Right
flat
now, it's
clear?
not that bad. It's just plastic. I don't have the wheels on it, so
Are you going to use a flat clear?
yes.
Did you
I do
clear
like
that?
the camo. I do think you did a good job on the camo job on the winter camo. Did he want winter camo?
Yes.
Tank, did you clear that before it reacted, or?
I did not clear that one. I just cleared the body of the other one first.
Yeah, and then it reacted?
Yes.
Is that the first time?
Okay.
Is
It was
that
the
the first time
clear.
you airbrushed a vehicle? Is that the first time you airbrushed a vehicle, Frank?
A complete vehicle, yes. And from the outside, yes. But I did like spray paint before other cars or parts. Like
What
the
clear?
lunchbox, the wheels. I spray painted that with the airbrush.
What clear
And-
did you use?
There's the small bottle, Frank.
Cool.
This is it right here. And it says for
Yeah,
air.
see, that doesn't look like that your car don't look that green.
It
Well,
almost
it's
looks more
affected.
blue.
Yeah,
It's
don't
affected
it?
by the base.
Yeah.
But I still see more green than I do blue, Pete.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe this
Yeah, let's say I think it might just be your lighting saying it's just
Could
like
be.
looks like a sea green.
maybe I grabbed the wrong bottle. Maybe I bought 2 green.
Maybe.
No, I'm sorry, this is not the right green.
I was gonna say that's pretty
Yeah,
dark,
it's
man.
a-
That's
even
really
easier.
different.
That's
an
an
open
open
Does not
jet.
look like it.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I bought 2 green. This
That,
it's not the same.
that looks more like a British racing green.
Yeah, I bought this for British Racing Green, and this is the other green is different. I brought the wrong bottle down, but this is the bottle.
Cool.
That's the size. Yeah.
Yeah, the size.
Keith likes that color.
Yeah.
It's called a Clover Green metallic airbrush paint.
That's a nice metallic green.
Yeah, I think
Everybody in the chat.
Welcome in, Sean.
Welcome in, Sean. You're
Hey,
just
Sean.
in time, Sean, to say bye to people.
What's up,
Yeah,
Gimpy?
it's a perfect time.
Perfect timing.
Perfect time.
We're gonna start with Matt Harris. You say bye,
Thanks
Matt.
for the invite, Tank. It was nice to talk to everybody again, and everybody have a great weekend, and hope all goes well. See you
Not a problem.
on the next one.
Thank you very much. Sean, RC Construction.
everybody in the chat, thanks for taking the time to stop by Tank's live every Thursday night. Thanks for always being consistent. Even at this time of night, I knew I could jump in and still be around. So thank you very much.
Cool. I forgot to put the episode number today on the thing. I'll have to change that. Brad Callen.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for everybody in the chat. Hopefully I'll be running another car this weekend. In the dust.
Not a problem, Brad. I didn't have a choice of accepting you. I accept everybody here. So anybody that want to come in here, they're welcome. Sang.
Good to see everyone. I know it's been a while, been pretty busy, but it's nice. Thanks for the invite. Good to see familiar faces and a couple of new faces, I guess.
Cool,
good.
Thank you. Jem's Hobby.
Thanks for the invite. Always fun. Always interesting conversation. Brad, thanks for showing us your ceiling fan, and everybody hit the thumbs up on your way out.
Thank you. KBRC 13.
I got chiggers.
You do.
Thanks, Tank, for inviting me, and see you guys next week.
Thank you. John Martin.
Thanks for having me, and see you guys on the next one.
Thank you very much. Mitchell.
For the invite, always a pleasure hanging out, and keep it fast, bros.
Cool. Thank you. Truck Tech Joe.
Thanks for having me in again. It's always a good time hanging out, listening to everybody. So I'll see you guys on the next one.
Thank you. Kurtz RC.
Thanks for the invite, Tank. It's great learning all this new stuff coming out, like that, radio that I'm going to get tomorrow. I'll buy that.
Better get up early.
You're getting two of them, aren't you?
You're not going to beat me, Kurt.
You're getting two, right, Kurt?
It's on pre-order right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
You buy two,
right?
you get
Yeah,
two
yeah.
Kit
I'm gonna give one away.
The only thing you got to look at, it's a real bargain. It's only $115 per channel.
Right? And you get a free pit mat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Thank you. Thank you, Kurt. Nate, your turn.
Hey, it's good to see everybody, and thanks again, Tank. See you next time.
Thank you very much. Thank you for everybody coming here week after week and talking with us about new product and talking about our hobby. Really appreciate having you here in the video, and I really appreciate having everybody in the chat. We'll see you all later. Till then,
Before you do go though, just tell everyone what episode is it actually, since you forgot to put it in there.
I can't remember which episode it is. I gotta go back on my YouTube thing. Hold on, I'll go real quick. I'll find that.
Yeah, because this will just show you people in the chat. This just show you how consistent Tank is, like, and that's why Thursday night we all appreciate that we can just pop in and out.
It's a lot.
You go to
391. So this is 392.
392.
There we go. You found it before I did.
Wow, there you go, everybody in the chat. That's 300. This is 392 straight episodes like that. Congrats, Tank. That's a big deal.
7.5 years. If you go 52 weeks a year, that's 7.5 years.
Crap! Yeah, if you think about it that way, wow.
Hey,
that's awesome, brother.
Crazy.
That is awesome. Thank you for always being here for us.
Not a problem. So, guys, go charge up some batteries. Go on there and break something, because if you're not breaking anything, you're not having any fun, right, Brad?
I don't like breaking things. It upsets me.
I love running into curbs.
I love breaking